ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another. Welcome. you know what's I don't know if this is funny, sad, or what it is, but I kind of find it funny. I was looking at like how many people are there anyone here when I go live, and I check it and it's like, oh yeah, it says 7 people are waiting for me on YouTube. I'm like, excuse me, come again? And I'm like, check with you on the analytics. I'm like, okay, it says 5. It's still great. Was not expecting anyone to be waiting. And then as soon as I go to Facecam, 1. I get it. Everyone's here always for the face reveal. And once the face reveal is done, it's like, well, why am I here anymore? I get it. Always waiting. Always. What are you always waiting for, though? Is there something you're waiting for? Something specific? Is it ever going to happen? That specific thing that you're waiting for? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They're waiting for the face reveal. And once the face reveal's there, like, oh, well, I got what I wanted. I know what the guy looks like. Ugly as hell. I'm moving out. It's funny. It's funny. What's new today? Hello, Kazuki. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I got my permanent residency card today. So that's nice, I guess. There was something else that happened today. And I don't remember what that thing was. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. There was something else that happened today that I wanted to share. Oh, I remembered. I have finished recording the second half of the collab. So the collab video, the first one of its kind, never before seen of this kind on YouTube, will be coming this Sunday. Sunday's video will be my first collab. And they'll only get better. They'll only get better. Copium. Nietzsche is one of the early signs of dementia. I mean, I don't think that's how that works. No, wait, 2 YouTubers on the same video? Okay, well, yes. Yes and no. Yeah, you've only watched streams, not gonna lie? Really? You're one of the few. You're one of the few. Well, welcome to the streams. No, yeah, it should be interesting. Got to edit for Sunday still, obviously. But it was with another channel. There was a misunderstanding because the person's not a native English speaker. But I said it's fine because I'm pretty carefree about stuff. I'm like, cool. Doesn't matter to me. I'm like, I had fun. Did you have fun? He's like, yeah, it was fun. I'm like, cool. Only thing that matters to me. Explain yourself, old man? What do I have to explain myself for? What am I explaining now? I am explaining. I'm explaining that everyone had fun in this collab, and the video's coming Sunday at the usual time. You'll be able to see both of ours at the same time. Well, I guess you could. We were both releasing at the same time, so yeah, you'll be able to watch both, I guess, if you want to at the same time, or one after the other to see both perspectives. Because we have the one thing I don't like about some collabs is you only get one video. My collabs, everyone gets their own personalized video. It's great. Did collab with Mr. Beast? No, I do not currently live in a mansion. No. No. If I did a collab with Mr. Beast, I would have, like, I'd be able to afford a house now. But no such luck. It just... Yeah, I was hoping, but no. You don't believe how many tabs you have open with stuff like Subway Surfers on the back? First of all, what do you mean? What? That has me asking so many questions. But anyway, not important questions. What's important or not important doesn't matter. This is important. You gotta keep yourself on focus. I mean, doesn't the Subway Surfers hurt the whole focus fart? If you gotta focus and you have something distracting you, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Maybe. The world we never know. I gotta regrow this beard by Saturday. It's not gonna happen. Saturday's when I'm gonna finish recording the last parts of the lab. It's like, wrapping up, explanations, all that stuff. Can't believe I freaking trim my beard before I finish the lab. Okay. Attention span is on the negatives. Man, don't look for logic in it. No, I will look for logic in everything. I will never find any, but I will look for it. So, yesterday, we have successfully added in the ability to have our first card here be a curse card. And it still works. We still have the curse card here, and we can pick it up. And we can see we have the curse cards. So, things are working. Now, we need to make sure that all 3 slots can have it. And then we need to figure out a way to kind of make it a little more easy to add more down the line. So there's quite a lot to do, and then we need to actually give it a proper chance, and yada, 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 yada. You guys know the drill. Whatever drill that is, you guys know it. And if not, we're going to drill it into you. I don't know what I'm talking about either. Don't worry about it. So this right here. This right here. So I need to. Okay, how are we doing this? You. I think I could take all of this. And we want probably all of this. I don't want to get the card generated part. If they're generated, they'll go. Yes, I do want the card generated. Because it'll check it for every one of them. It'll make it easier. Yeah, because it'll need to check for every one of them. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drill into you. American. You drill, right? Drill, baby, drill. They came out of left field? No. Right field. Yeah, it's right. So it's right field. I know left and right is a little difficult. It also depends on which way you're facing. But, yeah. It's actually a right field. Glad we can clear that up. Ooh, you know what we can't do? We can't do splits like this. Unless I collapse it to a macro. Do I collapse it to a macro? Then I could do it. Then I can have all of it. With the exits. Hey, okay, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Oh, but then this is a global variable. Shit. I have a feeling we can't collapse this. Oh, hold on, no. You need to be able to collapse this part. This is the important part. We need to collapse this. Okay? If I don't collapse the rest, I need to collapse this. Which is just for this part, so we can do that. Oops. Yes. Okay. This is going to collapse the function. This is going to be for add keywords. Okay. So, this is. Gotta rename this stuff. Card info. Yep. The bottom one is keywords. What is this output pin? That is just the input pen pass through. So I could just do this. Because the PCG is not enough for you to create logical levels, so you decide to first generate it as a graph, so later you can spawn rooms and connections according to ready structures. You write your own tool in Python to visualize the level graph. My goodness. That sounds very advanced. Yeah, PCG, if you use PCG like EX, you could maybe do some more of that kind of stuff. But it's not designed really to like create a full environment with just PCG. It's made to use as a tool. I feel like everyone wants to like do everything in PCG, but while you can do a lot of it in PCG, and honestly, there's a demo environment showing that you can create the full environment in PCG, like with everything in it, pretty much. It's just, I feel like you just create a very complicated system where you can do the same thing with just slightly more manual, but becomes a lot easier. Because the more you automate that system, the scale goes like exponential in terms of difficulty, in terms of creating it, right? You think of using PCG to generate levels, you just use it to, an algorithm instead of steps. Yep, you do a lot of things. PCG is more about spatial generation, and it's better to abstract logic from all this. Yeah. Yep. So let's check some stuff. So this is this fine? If this is setting members or doesn't set members, that's whatever. That doesn't matter. So we're fine here. We passed the information through. I think we're fine. So then, okay. So then we need to basically copy this part. Right, so this whole area here. All of this. Minus up to the selection. But I'll duplicate all of it, honestly. And what? Let's just move this. Just move this here, and we'll do a sequence. There we go. That'll make the easiest one. So, do it this way. This is going to be part one. Yeah, Maestro, confirm your hypothesis. Come on, Maestro. My goodness, guys. I cannot live up to your it's not expectations. You just give me the title. You're not expecting anything from me. You're just already just giving me the title. I cannot live up to your titles. What is this? It's too much. Can do this. I don't know why I have it all the way there. Shut up, you're a master dum-dum now. I mean, I can't really argue with that, can I? Well, damn. That's... Here's the question I have, though. Okay? And maybe you know the answer to this, maybe you don't. What is a maestro, actually? What is the definition of it? Because I just, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't actually know the definition of maestro. I want to say it's something music related. Like, it's a word I've heard before. But now that I think about it, I couldn't define it if I tried. Master is Spanish for master or teacher. No. Okay, so it is what I was thinking. A distinguished musician, especially a conductor of classical music. Okay, it was exactly what I was thinking. But I wasn't sure. I was like, I think it's something to do with music. Still calculating grip points with offsets, but nevertheless, you have made a huge progress. Since you tried to implement rooms inside a spline by expanding tiles to D. Nice. And debugging with bitmap images. How in the world? Still calculating walls for grids with offsets. I can't tell if you're doing stuff far more advanced than what I know how to do, or this is a language problem. And I just don't fully understand. It's one of the two. I mean, it could be both. To be fair, it could be both. It could be that you're both doing something far more advanced than what I know, and there's a slight language barrier where I don't understand. Because they discovered noise maps. You love them so much. What do you mean noise maps? Like density noise? You're all good. You're all good. Do you mean like density noise in BCG, or what are you talking about? Okay. Berlin noise, for example? But just in general? Still reading the translator's efforts. Ah. And you're giving it a lot of technical things to figure out. So I guess, yeah. Okay, so here we need to get one. Here we need to go replace with option 2 selection. And here we need to replace with middle. Can I replace here? Can't replace there. There you go. Middle. Okay. And then we need card 3. Card 3 needs a check first. So let's decide a little. Because there's a chance we don't need it. I mean, I'm thinking now, I might change it later, where third card still gets regenerated later, but I like the idea of locking 2 cards to make it better, so you can lock things in. You have control. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Do you play before your main job? Or do you save up some money before starting your project? I'm not sure what you mean by do you play before your main job? Like, do I play games? Am I creating a game before my main job? No. I already worked. And now, after work, I am making this. So, it is 7 p.m. Yeah, and I do this to like around 9:30. And then, I relax for like an hour and then I go to bed. Pretty much. I say relax for an hour, but it all depends. Some days I relax for an hour, some days I don't. Sometimes I'm like, oh, there was a really good clip, and I'll go try to make a short. Lies, you do this till 2:30 a.m. I'll do this till 2:30 a.m. guts this time. But it's till 9:30 p.m. my time. Sorry, guts. I know it's hard to hear and understand that time zones and time differences are a thing. I know it's a crazy concept, and I just blew your mind, but I know things happen. Hey, Huskard, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hello from Australia. Well, hello. What time is it there? What time is it in Australia right now? I'm gonna guess. Is it about like 4 or 5 p.m.? No, 2 p.m. Well, I was somewhat close. 2 p.m. honestly, yeah, that's pretty good. So you're saying is I stream at a good time for Australians? I think I stream at a good time for somebody. First drilling into us, now blowing my mind. A very important math exam for tomorrow that you need to ace in order to graduate. Oof. Well, hopefully you studied hard and you're gonna ace it and you're gonna do great and everything's gonna be fantastic. And then you have nothing to worry about. Right? That's how it's gonna go. I'm sure of it. Sure, I could do just this. And then I don't need to have these here twice. Do I need to do this? No. Am I doing this? Yes. 'Cause now I realize I can remove a node. My slight OCD has kicked in. Sorry. Had to do it. Slight OCD kicked in. Okay. 2, 3. That's all correct. This needs to be 3, and it is 3, 3, 3. This needs to be gets 2. So you have 2, 1, 0. Good. Check here. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Hey, Mattia, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Thanks for all the PCG tutorials. Well, you're welcome. It's so poorly documented.
Pausing for ads.
Saying that about my PCG tutorials? Or PCG in general? If you fail, it's all my fault. I mean, true, yeah. If you fail your math test, then it clearly was my fault for distracting you from studying on your PCG. PCG. Okay. Look, I just wanted to confirm. I just want to make sure it was not a guarantee. You love Blueprint Noodles so much. Epic's PCG documentation is non-existent. Yeah, Epic's documentation in general is non-existent when it comes to nodes in Unreal. Most times, like I'd want to find a node that does something, or a node, or figure out what a node does, and can't do it. Especially for PCG, like if I want to, like, it's a new node that got added in, right? What does this node do? I can't look it up. So it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. Have you tried spawning an actor with a PCG component inside a PCG graph based on an attribute? Actor with a PCG component inside of PCG based on... I haven't done it myself, but you should be able to. Using spawn actor. Yeah, that should be possible. Because keep in mind, you can spawn it, and then if it doesn't generate, you can have a post function blueprint run on that actor that then spawns the graph. Having the language documentation on a second monitor is a vibe, honestly. Really? At your studio, we sometimes have to watch Epic's keynotes just to catch a frame of how they implemented something in-house when there's no... Yeah, So I'll be honest, I don't watch those keynotes. I don't. For several reasons, but like if I pull one up, just real quick, where's one? I guess not in keynotes. It's just like any of their like example talks once. It's a good example one here. Is there a PCG one? Okay, here. Here's the Unreal Fest one. Okay. So here, this is a 51-minute video. Okay. 51 minutes. Now, if you want to sit through this 51-minute lecture, you feel free to, right? But if I just skip through this, okay. Then you have a surface sampler. They're sampling points, right? Because they're filtering the points. And then they're spawning points. They're using a transformer spawning points. Cool. Nothing very exciting here. They're showing how a difference node works, right? Cool. Like, if you already know a lot of PCG, this is fine. But the thing is, right? In here, somewhere in here, will be a useful piece of information. But because 95% of it is not something that I want to watch, because I already know the basic stuff that they're showing, I will lose that 5%. For example, at the end here, if I can find it. Yeah, they're doing grid size, basically doing world partition with BCG. We'll call it. and it's basically very little is covered on it, and that's the part that I'd be interested in. But thankfully, Adrian is an Epic dev, and he made a video on basic partitioning and like that with BCG. But right, the reason I don't watch these is just purely because you need to find the 5% in this video. That's what I mean by finding the one frame and the detail panel. Yeah. Because most of this is like, okay, yeah, it all makes sense. Like, this is not like rocket science, right? It's like, okay, yeah, you made this thing and you're doing it. All makes sense. But they'll show you like this. Load PCG data asset. And it's like, okay, well, clearly you weren't showing this here. So this just appeared. But now if I wanted to know what this load PCG data asset node is, I can never find out. Because if I search like UE5 load PCG data asset, you get my video. You don't even get. I want to know how to use what this node specifically is in Unreal Engine. There's no way for me to find it. Even if I find going there in like websites, I'll never find it. But I can find my video. You see how they spawn levels with conditional spawning based on tags inside the level? Your idea is to control spawned actors as a whole within the generated level. To suddenly enable physics for everything generated within the actor. Yeah, for that I would just use blueprints. I have a video on enabling physics for like an area inside of PCG. If that would help. You ever try to search something and the only result is yourself? No. Not when the only result is myself. No. But when the first result, this is the first time, by the way. I was expecting to find myself. I was expecting to find a simple node and they just told me what the inputs and outputs are, but they didn't even get that. So it is what it is. Okay. So, I want to change chance for curse cards. What's the chance of a curse card? 20%? Let's do 20%. So now, if we unlocked multiple cards here and we come here, first one, let's try again. None. Okay. Yeah, second one. There we go. It works. We now have a choosing thing. Okay, good. The next step is we need to add more curses, obviously. Was there something else that I wanted to do? Besides adding more curses, what else did we want to do with this? Each card has I'll probably lower the chances of a card being curse card, but I guess we just add more curses now. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to do, but I don't think there was. Okay. So we add more curses. So Shadow Defense is done. So we need one for. Okay, we need some names, guys. We need some names for the curses. Less damage dealt, higher stamina drain, fewer projectiles, more elites, reduced AoE range, and less health. We need names. Let's go with less damage dealt for the start. And if you ever need to find random names for stuff, this is a good start. Blunted strikes, sapped strength. Oh, that's actually not bad. Sapped strength isn't bad. For much stamina drain, you can go for something related to overload of excess weight or something like that. That's exactly what he's missed. Cursed blows, feeble wrath, dull edge. Dull edge is interesting. Sap drain is a skill from Tibia. What is Tibia? I have not heard of this. Tibia. Tibia is a bone. It's also a free multiplayer online role-playing game. Tibia, MMO, and a bone. But if you press images, it's just bone. I think this didn't do very well, probably because of the SEO. They had to literally compete with a human body. Yeah, it's yeah. I think we're gonna go with sap strength. I almost wish. Should I? You know what? I almost want to just call it weakness or something like that. I'd rather have it be one word. Give me one word options. Do you think your game needs a passive ability that spawns tentacles upon attack, which fights in your side? Needs? No. Blunted. It's not bad. I mean, could it have something like that? Yes. But I think I'm gonna go with enfeebled. And enfeebled. Because that's actually not bad. Higher stamina drain. Honestly, exhausted is really smart. Just like PoE 2, it's also enfeeble. Yeah. Well, I think PoE 1 also has enfeeble. A lot of games have enfeeble. feeble. It's a relatively common name. Or word? What do you mean you never played the track? You're playing PoE 2. You can't say that and then say, oh yeah, but PoE 2. Yes, they are different. But PoE 2 is like PoE 1 on release. It was very slow on release. It's not. I think PoE 2 is slower from everything I've seen. Different game, bro. It has the name. It has the same name. Path of Exile. Path of Exile with a number 2 next to it. Same name. One of them just happens to have a number 2. Same game. You know, it's like Fallout, New Vegas, Fallout 3. Insert other Fallout game. They're all the same. Fallout 4. Right, they're all the same. Any Fallout fans in the chat I pissed off? But Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all the same? Yes. They're all horror games where you have to kill the zombie enemy. Yep. You probably have a gun. Right? Or maybe some other melee weapon. Yep. Looks like another translation trap. In Russian, you say need or can. It's polite, but English could be or could you would be more appropriate. Oh, I see what you're talking about. So it's a game your needs. Well, you could say, does your do you think, or do you want your game to, or should your game? No, it's not should. I think it would be more like a question of, like, do you want to add, or it'd be interesting for you to add blank? I think something like that. Probably. I need a one-word curse card names for reduced projectiles. Diminished is not bad. Depleted. Ooh. Depleted, also not bad. For less projectiles. Repressed. Are you guys repressed? Oh, negated. Could be interesting. Filtered. That other are amazing. Oh, what is the definition of diminished? Diminished. Made smaller or less. Okay, it is less. I wasn't sure if it was a less. Then diminished is the go-to. Okay. Ooh, overrun. Actually, this is not more enemies. This is just more elites specifically. Bolstered. We're going bolstered. I'm gonna change shatter defenses after this. We've now making these all one word things. It makes it so much better for keywords to be one word instead of shatter defenses. I'm changing it. More. It literally took 1 day for me to decide to just change the name of the curse. 1 day. It's like, no, okay, already changing it. Brittle isn't bad. Sunder. I think Sunder. I don't know if Sundered armor. Split apart. No. I think fragile. Hey, Mike, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Devil's Annoyance. More elite monster. I'm trying to go for one word options. Vulnerable. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Vulnerable. That makes the most sense. Thank you for that. Why decals have been a nightmare, Mike? What did decals do to you today? Or in general, what are decals doing to you? They're decals. They can't hurt anybody. Much. Or I think they thought they couldn't. We're gonna go contained for reduced AoE range, and then less health will be for less health. Ooh, frail is probably good for less health. Nearsighted sounds like a funny option. Nearsighted, I feel like that implies very much a vision thing. Like, I feel like if it was nearsighted, it would also affect projectiles. It's not bad though. But because it has the word sight in it, if I saw it, I would assume some form within like attacks as well. It hurt your soul and took 4 hours away from you. You're having issue while you're spawning using spawn decal attached, but for some reason the decals are moving when the object moves. Are you using PCG to spawn the decals? How are you spawning them? You spawn decal attached. The decals are moving when the object moves. Well, yeah, because you're spawning it attached. Moving around randomly though, on the object. Are you using PCG? So, I think I understand what's happening. Are you using PCG? Just answer that question. If you're using PCG, I know what's happening. At least I think I know what's happening. You're doing it off a raycast line trace. Okay. Are you doing the line trace like once at the very beginning? Or are you doing the line trace multiple times? Like, you keep doing line traces. And basically, are you randomizing the position constantly? Because if you are, I mean, that's the answer, right? Like, are you doing a random line trace location on construct, for example? I think we need to go vulnerability, not vulnerable. Although, okay. Enfeebled. Exhausted, diminished, bolstered, contained. I guess, why are these ED? I guess I am currently enfeebled, currently exhausted. Yeah, I was realizing that they're all, I was looking at them like they're all ED. And then we have vulnerable. Then I was like, what do I want? Vulnerability then? No, because that's just an object. I want the state. Vulnerable. Am I spelling that right? Yes. It's a line trace based off where you're looking. Then it says the deagle position based off the hit result. Uh-huh. And when it attaches itself, it's in the correct location? Because my guess is you're possibly setting it to be local versus world or world versus local. And so when you're moving in one, it tries to compensate by moving into in the other. So like, if you're moving it, you know, in world space, it's like it thinks it's local space and just goes in a different location. You can keep world position. Well, I'm not sure then. I mean, it's hard for me to give any like meaningful advice without, you know, seeing it, obviously, but yeah. That was what was going through my mind, but you seem to have already checked all that. It's a good job, you, and I'm sorry. I mean, it's indeed, decals are giving you problems. Starting a global strike against decals. But decals are so good. I just made a video on decals. Come on, like it's not doing well enough for do a strike as well.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
The video is incredibly useful. Thank you. Yeah, everyone. There were so many people that commented like, well, what about 2D texture arrays? It's like I told everyone, like, this is the only way to do things. I didn't say that, but everyone's like, not everyone, very much exaggerated. Like, a lot of people were like, What about 2D texture erase? 2D texture erase? 2D texture erase? I know that's a thing, but sometimes you don't want to deal with 100 textures if they're going to be really small decals or something. You just, put them all in one setup and just swap. And the main thing to take away from that video isn't even the flipbook thing. It's the fact that you can control decals. If you wanted to, you can add some controls without blueprints or anything using the functionality I showed. That's the big one. That's the big takeaway. So hopefully people take that away. Okay. Here's what I would do, Mike. I'll show you after that. I should be able to pull up an example of it. Yeah. You would say that you ditched Lumen in favor of 144 FPS. It seems the graphics might not look much worse if I figure out it was done in Unreal Engine 4. You can get nicer looking results than Lumen if you just do baked lighting. The book is super useful too, especially for mobile games that saves storage space. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Mike, here's what you can do, okay? You spawn just that. No, don't nanite everything. But if you do go nanite, then nanite everything. If you don't go nanite, then don't nanite anything. Do one or the other. And I say that because it actually is more expensive for my testing to have nanite with non-nanite than it is to have all nanite or all non-nanite. Well, I don't know, but the latter, but the combination of things, nanite and non-nanite, is more expensive than just nanite. That's probably more accurate. Okay, so here's all you need to do, Mike. Do a spawn your blueprint, spawn your decal with just a spawn actor. Right. You can do a decal actor. Right? Pipe it wherever your ray hits. And then you use this. Attach actor to actor. So then you attach your actor to the character that was hit, and you can even specify a socket name. And that's it. So you just spawn it. Don't spawn it like attached and whirl or whatever it is. And then just attach it to the character in the socket that you want. So if it's in the arm, it'll attach it to the arm. If it's in the leg, it'll attach to the leg. All you need to do is when you do the line trace, is get the bone component, socket, whatever it is, and then you can specify the socket name afterwards, or just you attach it to the thing, but then it is based off actor. You actor to components, so I'll try that now. Yeah, you can do actor to component, but I don't know why I can never search for it here. Where's the event graph? Okay, it just doesn't want to find it here. It's fine. There we go. Add actor to component. Yeah, this also is fine, but your character is an actor, right? That's the only reason why I take it's easier to do with this. If you have a component within the actor you want to specify, but then you can't, you still specify the bone here. So I don't know. Try it with actor. That would be my attempt. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, we need to change some words here. So I need to change this to vulnerable. Then I need to change. Oh, I'm gonna change this everywhere. Keywords. Enums. Keywords. Do I need to change it anywhere else? Probably. Probably do. Yep. This no longer is a thing, but vulnerable is. But I also need to do suppose you. We should get back to that. Where's, oh, here's the card unlock. So the other thing I want to check is this guy. Yeah, this is no longer correct. It needs to be vulnerable. Okay. No errors, which is good. Okay. Is it not working, or am I just getting unlucky? Well, let's make it a 100% chance to spawn, and then we'll know if we're unlucky. Or if rather it doesn't work. And if we're unlucky, I guess. You know what? We do check both, effectively. Okay. So that means here... Here, we're... add keyword descriptions. No. Add keywords to bottom. Vulnerable. Here, it should say vulnerable. Why did it not populate anything, though? Why did it not populate anything? If it's vulnerable, we just say vulnerable. This is all correct. In regular software development, there's a concept called unit testing. There's something similar in Unreal Engine. Do you use it? Well, I don't know what unit testing is because I'm not a software developer. So I can't answer the question. What is unit testing? Keep in mind, I'm not a programmer, or I'm not a coder. So I don't know. Everything I do is in blueprints. It's all I know. I don't know C++. I'm the worst. I know. What's going on though? Is it? It should go here. It should. Oh wait. Wait. Where's the game mode? This is not a thing. Vulnerable. I think that's why. That's why. Unit testing is software testing method where individual components, units of program are tested in isolation to ensure they work correctly. How do you test something in isolation? Like if I want to test the shop, whether that works correctly, how can I test in isolation? Because I need to make sure that the character can walk up to it, open it, interact with it, click the things, right? There's a lot of steps that go into it. Like I can take the shop in isolation and just somehow test it. Unless I'm misunderstanding. Yeah, there it is. Unstackable vulnerable. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Got him. Okay. Ooh. Next, we got to next we need to add a new debuff. Let's go with less damage dealt. Enfeebled. So you're wondering, how is it done? Writing AI testers and asserts? I have no idea. I mean, I don't understand just in general how that can be done in any way, because how do you test something in isolation if the thing that you're testing requires other things? I don't know. My brain can't process just even the concept of that. But, you know, I'm not a coder, so no idea. Just genuinely no idea. Feebled. Less damage dealt. 50% less damage dealt. 50% seems way too much. I do 30%. Less damage dealt. Hey, Summer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we got that in. So theoretically now, if I want to add another curse here, I can change this to be enfeebled. And then let's clean this up a little bit. I can clean this up a little bit. Get shop card. That is just a pass through. Just do that. From here, I just duplicate the entire thing. Because I need to change this for every single one of them. This is the thing that I don't like doing. We're gonna need to... I wish there's a way of like automating which one it is. Just like to expose and not expose. To set members here. But I guess it is what it is. To clean this up, though, I think there is a way to do it. I think there is a way to do this. So what we can do is throw this to a local variable. This is the struct out. And the struct out goes into keywords. And this card tier info can be set pretty much at the beginning. Okay, so we just have this now with inputs, and so I can just say do this afterwards. Just return this. Get a shop card. Okay. Much better. We've been building this board game. This board game, sorry. And when you go across the water, the player turns into a boat. Against the boat, you just turn to a boat. Makes it simple, but your boat does have little legs. Why does your boat have legs? What? If anyone's wondering, by the way, here's Stormrun's boat. He has little legs. Yeah, this is the for his game. I think it's pretty cool design. Hey, that's it. Yeah, there you go. To create one thing that can be applied in many areas, and to build your tools in a way that makes them useful not only in the current project but also future ones. I mean, yeah, that's good design. Sail on water, walk on land. What if the joke of this would be that this would walk on water and sail on land? What if that was the joke with this? If I had the ability to, that would be what I would do. Because you would expect it to walk on land. And I think it would be funnier if this could walk on water. And then on land, its legs would just drag behind as it sailed across. I think it would be funnier. The natural evolution of a boat, exactly. Screw buoyancy, yeah, screw buoyancy. If this boat can walk on water, is it Jesus? Um, things like dragonflies can walk on water. Are dragonflies Jesus? Maybe. Who knows? By the way, in 5.5, I'm so thankful for this icon. If you guys haven't noticed, you now get this like arrow F, and this is how you know this is the input from the function. This variable is the one comes from the input of the function. If you had something else called the same thing, you would know which one's which. It is such a good addition. I love this change. Okay, the vulnerable thing doesn't have a description yet. But it is pretty easy to add, it seems. I need to put these in a group. Keywords. Card description, visibility. Yep. Okay. So now keyword descriptions. Oh no, I don't need to do this here. Here. Yes. Yes. Just duplicate it. Wait, I have enfeebled here. Why no work? Time we go to sleep. All good. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Hope you have a good night's sleep and rest. Quality of life, who would imagine? No, we don't. No, it's not about quality of life. It's about quantity of life. Quantity over quality, guys. Remember, quantity over quality. You saw some high quality clothes earlier. They were made of metal. I believe what you saw was a chainmail. It was a chainmail shirt. Why does this have nothing? This should have a curse on it. Okay, what's going on? Oh. It helps if that is checked on. How did that get turned off? Or I guess I probably just didn't never checked it on. Whoopsie! Hey! What? Why is this unstackable vulnerableness just unstackable? Where's vulnerable? And why does it not say? Why? Why is it like this? Why is it like this? It's because right. It helps when I plug things in. Just don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Just don't question it. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. And feebled. There we go. There's like 20 places where I have to add something. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, now what's wrong? Oh, I know. So I also have to add it here. Guys, I'm okay. Honestly, I'm totally okay. I am not tired. I spelled and feeble. There we go. It's 8 o'clock, and this is how I am. It's just 8 o'clock, and this is. Spent a few hours always trying to figure out cameras. Controls didn't help, but the problem was your cameras were in the same swing arm, so they didn't switch. What? What do you mean? I have more questions after that statement than I had before that statement. Enfeebled, vulnerable. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. That's not that's not all we gotta do though. We also. Oh, did I close my player stuff? Yep. We need a new gameplay tag. And let's fix it. More gameplay tags. There we go. Gameplay tag fuckers. Just for you, guys. Just for you. I made sure that we have more gameplay tags now. Like going from first person to third person, the cameras were on the same swing arm, so it wouldn't switch, activate or deactivate like told. Why does it matter if they're on the same or different swing arms? What I would do is just like animate going from one to the other. But I guess if you want to just swap like this, but then I guess you just had both of the swing arm. One was not supposed to be on swing arm at all, and you want to switch like this, I guess, right? You could do it like some like MMOs have it where you, well, not, I don't know if MMOs, but like some games have it this way, where if you zoom out, it goes third person. If you zoom in enough, it'll just swap to the first person mode. And really, the zoom just like depending where you are in the zoom will depend on whether you're first person or third person. ChatGPT helped. You do like your ChatGPT. What I did to make the second camera was just duplicate the original. I put the new camera in the same swing arm. Yeah. So, do you then see your actual character? Like, do you see your arms and legs as you run around in first person? Like, is it like the immersive kind of parkour-y kind of setup? Reminds me of Mirror's Edge. I loved Mirror's Edge was so good. Mirror's Edge is 85% off right now on Steam. Would recommend. If you guys have never played Mirror's Edge, I would recommend. It is genuinely like a really fun game. I played the second one too. It is a first person parkour game. And it's just so much fun running around. Now, that's the main thing of this game. It's just parkour, the game. Like, you don't really fight. You don't, as far as I remember. There's you fight. Well, this is the fighting. Okay. Fight. You fight with parkour basically. Primarily. And you can steal their weapon and shoot it, but you have to like hide and stuff all with parkour, run around. Yeah. If you've never played Mirror's Edge, I recommend. 85% off right now. Here. If anyone wants a link. Second one's pretty good. The second one's kind of meh. Sorry, the second one's pretty good. The first one's kind of meh. I don't know. I really like the first one. I like the second one too. It reminded me when you were talking about going first person. I don't know why. It reminded me of Mirror's Edge. I really enjoyed the game. It's just it's also very like in terms of aesthetics, it's just like white and red basically. Very like aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so we got to now add the enfeebled effect. ChatGPT can wait. What do you mean it can rap now? Can it talk? Before you say it can rap, can it even talk? But, well, hold on. Whatever happened to that, by the way? They did a whole like ChatGPT video, like it talking and stuff. Where is that? Or is that just in the pro version and I just don't have that because of it? Which I guess would make sense. You can talk. How do you get it to talk? Your 4.0 never talked, Gemini on the other hand? Talking thing is awesome. Okay, how do you get it to talk? Use voice mode. Sneak a peek at advanced voice mode. Free monthly preview, natural conversations, personalized to you. You're in control.
Meet you. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to help.
I see.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together. Where should we start?
Hey, I'm ready to hit the ground running. So if there's anything you'd like me to focus on first, just let me know.
Hi there, I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you, and I can't wait to get started. So what's the game plan?
So,
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done. Let's get started.
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going?
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up.
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about anything that's on your mind.
Hey there.
so
Hey.
basically,
Hi there. Nice to meet you.
I mean, I
I'm
have to
excited to
choose
help you get
Maple
things done.
because I'm
Let's
in
get started.
Canada, right? I'm pretty sure, like that's like I have to. But the reason I saw this icon before, this is the icon for anyone wondering, that causes this. When I saw this icon, I thought it was for me to, like, instead of typing, I can dictate. That's what I thought this meant. I didn't realize what it meant was that's the voice thing. So, it's super advanced now. The whole thing about being wrong is wrong now. I mean, look, I've tried ChatGPT for Unreal. It's still not there. After you get your response, there's speak aloud about. Oh yeah, I know about that one. Yeah. Yeah, I know about that. There's probably a. Do I have it still? No, I had like a little Japanese stories I had. I don't have that anymore. Anyway. But yeah, the speak aloud thing I know. Well, don't know for that long, but yeah, I learned about that not too long ago. Okay. You can check if the damage dealer has no, I'm not doing this. This is pointless. When you check if the damage dealer here has the curse enfeebled. If it does, minus 30%. Also, I need to move these over there, which is point blank and snipe. Okay, so we don't need to do the check. The check has already been done. So we just plug this in. There you go. Hey, Antonio, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Helps to keep all your Unreal stuff inside one chat history, because it references the first, so it gets your issues and setup. Yeah, but the things like I ask of it, it can't help with. Like, it can't help you with chat with BCG. It is still not very, like, over winter break. I tried to get it to write me HLSL code, and it wrote me HLSL code for the game. But it didn't do a very good job, and it was not easy. So, yes, it can. But the thing that I've also noticed that it does is, let's say, it makes a mistake, or like you tell it to do stuff, and then you tell it to go back to the previous version. It doesn't properly just reuse the previous version. It will change it and tries to make it work like the previous version instead of actually just giving you the previous version. So it's still not great. You gotta say, think about what you said and how you were wrong, and then it gets the stuff. Yeah, but then you admit that ChatGPT is wrong, right? Now we gotta admit that ChatGPT was wrong. Here we probably can do similar thing. Instead of all of this, I just check for vulnerability aura and vulnerable. And here we can go with gameplay tags. We need this, but we're going to go from the character reference. Clean this up a little bit. So now you don't need to keep making this. We just do this now. There you go. Much better. Music's so relaxing. Just wait until the next song, where it starts playing some epic soundtracks. You know what? It's more epic, that's for sure. It's on shuffle. Explain what nodes you use and tells you why you use them and why you're wrong. It does help. Well, I mean, yeah, for stuff like that, it can be helpful. Okay, so theoretically now, I should be able to have a less damage. Lifesteal, speed boost. If I take enfeebled, if I take enfeebled, 17.85, I do less damage. Heck yes. We're looking good. Curse 2, working. You need Dimitri. Waltz number 2 on your playlist. What is this? Isn't a waltz like a type of dance? Is this classical? It is classical. I'm not a big fan of classical, I'll be honest. Not for me. There's like some classical that's like fine. That's like more of the epic sounding ones, but I'm not a classical guy. When you were working on your last game for like a week straight, you listened to this nonstop to get the game done? There are a few songs that I will listen to like multiple times. One of them is from the intro of Mashal, the anime. And years ago, I was listening to We All Live Together, the Fortuna intro from Warframe. I was listening to that on loop. I don't listen to very many songs, so for me, that's impressive. Mashal, great anime. By the way. Let's go with less health next. Frail. Let's go with Frail next. Okay. Here's just a random thought I had in my head, and I don't even know if I should consider it an intrusive thought or not. And I guess when it comes to the game dev of things, it is an intrusive thought, but I just had a thought of like, what if we have things with multiple curses? What if I introduce multiple curses? Do we have multiple levels of curse cards? No, we're not doing that. But I had that little moment of like, what if we even make this even more overcomplicated? And then I was like, no. We shouldn't. Stacking disadvantage is always fun. Yeah, that's what these curses are. Kind of. How much less health do we want for the curse? 30% is pretty good. I'm gonna go with 30% less health. Less max health. Yeah. For curse, for 30% less health, I don't want to go 50%. 50% seems too high. Even if you have like ways of increasing health, I think 50% is too high. I think 30% for now. We could always modify it. Have you ever played Binding of Isaac? Absolutely. That's what has inspired my game. Yeah. That's why all of these are passive. And all of these stack together. Yeah. So like if I want to, right? I can take Airblade, multi-hit, and now I spawn multiple projectiles. Right, and then if I want to, I also can get mini black hole, and now I pull things towards the where it hits. Like not everything obviously stacks, but this is just a fun, silly one. Right. Just don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Most of these errors exist because I am in my test environment and not an actual dungeon. But yeah, all of my cards are passives. Right? Health up, crit chance up, crit damage up, temporary invulnerability, stun, air blade, lifesteal, multi-hits, increased radius, decreased radius, armor, projectile armor, berserker. Like all of this works are all passives. And some of them like stack together, like cleave just increases your damage radius. Obviously damage boost. Orbiting orb spawns a certain amount of orbs, and if you get multiple of these, so like if I get the lowest level one, then I have 2 orbs around me. But I can also get the middle and high level ones, and they all stack together. Ta-da! Right? And then I can also get the multi-hit one, because that also has 4 extra projectiles, and now I have even more projectiles. Now they don't do a whole lot of damage because they're so but you know what? Right now I don't have any damage upgrades. I only have damage downgrades because I have the multi-hit one. But everything adds up. Yeah, again, don't worry about that. You're doing it where there are actual visual effects of what you do? Well, that's the hope eventually for everything, but not everything has one right now. You know how to do that where the blood decal goes onto the ground? It's amazing what Google and YouTube can give you. There's quite a few of them. There's quite a few. You know, take your pick, watch, you know, look through them, see which one works for you. Most things you can find on YouTube, thankfully. How many levels do you have now? Like, in what sense? I've only designed the one, but it's temporary anyway. Like I have this one, but you play through 3 levels right now because there's 3 bosses, or you can't play through 3 levels because there's 3 bosses. But I have this one. Let me out! They're attacking me, the monsters! The monsters! This starts as purple cubes? Yeah. I originally had the purple cubes, yeah. And then I changed a lot of the stuff around. And I keep changing things around. Yeah, if, where is it? Could I just... This might not work. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, this is the same. But I no longer have these platforms. I no longer have the jump pads. I'm actually going to be removing jumping altogether. And instead, instead to get between floors. So if I'll show you. I have one of them does have one of the rooms does have a multi-floor thing. And let me just go to it so I can show you. You can see on the mini map right here, there's a little down arrow there. So there's stairs right here. If I go down the stairs, I end up at the bottom. And here they're all coming after me. And if I go up the stairs, I end up at the top. I just jump down. And go down again. So this this layout has why do I see this? This does not have masked. And doing this while it's playing, which is probably not the best idea, but vertical basket is on. Okay, it's fine. So this is good. It's like completed game nowadays. You could pass as one. No. This is still very much very early on. How did I miss this? All right, we gotta assign some stuff to this. Fortunately, this pack that I'm using did not use material instances for everything. It has like all separate actual materials. Unfortunately, if you're ever doing your own thing, please don't do that for your own project. And okay, material instance. Masked. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now if I repossess, okay, there we go. Now that's no longer in the way. Go back. Let's go back up. They're in the way. They don't quite properly go up and down the stairs as of yet. Is the thing. I need to modify their pathing a little bit, or modify the hitboxer kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah, I could go up and down the stairs. And then there's the, I need more rooms like this, where there's just larger parks. Larger areas instead of the smaller rooms. So that way it doesn't all feel so cramped. But, you know. It is what it is for now. There's 2 levels and a quest of unlock level 3 that actually isn't there. No. Right now I have 3 levels, quote unquote. They're all using the same layout. They're just bigger than the previous, and they have a different boss at the end. But yeah, eventually.
Ads
Nope,
are
that's
here.
time.
Pausing for ads.
Addis, I wonder where my button is.
What a good voice for that. Where your button is? Maybe here. Oh, you guys might have gotten a Discord notification. You should check that. Who's Addison? What? What you talking about? I don't know any Addison. I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. You just said adds a wonder. It sounds like Addison. Oh. Hello, awesome with ego. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Speaking of Discord, either it's down or the Discord link isn't working on Patreon. You did see the Discord was having issues earlier today, though. It should be working. Because it's linked, it's not even a link. It's like, it's through Patreon. Like, I don't give it, like, I don't generate a link myself. It's just through Patreon. So if Discord is having trouble, it's probably that. So I would try again. Now, probably. But yeah, I don't post that. Is there even a way for me to see my own or try my own? I see the Discord. It's it just says connected. There's nothing I can do. Connected to the lazy community. Yeah, try again in a little bit. That's my recommendation. Because yeah, it's. You're having outages before? Yeah, they sometimes have those. Doing well, you're my new best friend for the next month as we watching and learning your PCG course. Next month? A whole month? My goodness. My goodness. I don't know if I'm is there enough content for a month? Only a month. You've been here for almost a year. I know. I'm sad about it too, but you know, we all go on. This should have been text. Like a text field input. Because this needs to be... I'll deal with that later. You do that? You ask enough questions that you should just watch the videos. There's some stuff that I'll answer. Some stuff I'll just say, hey, here's a video. Enjoy. And a 3-hour tutorial lasts you 2 weeks. You believe it? Really? 10 minutes of video is 1 hour of learning. I don't think my videos are that dense. I mean, maybe. But, you know what? I'll take it, I guess. Not mine. Oh, okay. Thanks, Stormrun. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yep. So, don't worry. I won't. I won't cry too much tonight. What is the V? I don't know what the V is. I know what the F is, but I don't know what the V is. Does V mean local variable? Why is it V then? My tutorials usually work the first time. Hopefully. I mean, there, of course, BCG is, you know, will have issues. There's some things you kind of need to know and move around. But for the most part, you know, the concepts are there. Like more info on what a certain nodes do? Oh yeah, so would I. Epic doesn't provide documentation on nodes. So yeah, you know, I would like that too. So we could be in the same boat. It's okay knowing what it's smarter knowing what nodes do. What ChatGPT? Let's test that theory. Okay, let's test that theory. Hold on. Where's a more complicated node here? Make gameplay query. I don't know what this does. Okay. And Unreal Engine 5, what does the make gameplay tag query node do, and how do you use it? Let's find out. He needs to create a gameplay tag query. That doesn't. I hate when a description uses the word of the like the name in the description. What is a gameplay tag query? Which is a powerful way to check if a set of tags meets a certain conditions. It allows you to define complex conditions for how tags to be compared. Okay, yeah. That doesn't tell me how to use it. Okay. Add the make gameplay tag query node to the event graph. Done. Click on the query input pin. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Yeah, that's too much. Can't be bothered. You know what? I give up already. We'll pretend like it was fine. Here. We did this. We did this. We did this. We do everything? Are we getting better? Is that the quit game node that quits the? Oh yeah, that's self-explanatory. Yes, ChatGPT about finding a documentation on PCG graphs and normals. Literally said, "I'm sorry, good luck on finding documentation." Sounds about right. The blueprints plugin to ChatGPT, so you can just copy and paste them. I wouldn't recommend doing that, even if it provided you with blueprints. Mostly because, what are you learning then? Then next time you have a similar thing, you'll just go back to ChatGPT instead of understanding how to do it yourself. So I like using ChatGPT as a tool, but not like, here's the answer. Like, I had to write HLSL code. I'm not a, coder. So I don't know how to write code. And that is a big thing. But learning how to use a few nodes, I think, is fine. It's like, I can learn a couple of, syntaxes kind of thing. Did I not? Ah, I forgot to add it to one other piece here. That's where I forgot to add it to my list. Options. I don't need you anymore. Apparently, I don't need all of Unreal anymore. It crashed so hard that it's not even closing the other one. It refused to even close the other one. It's already loading the... It is trying to use 71% of my CPU. 74%? Yeah, goodbye, Unreal. I don't know what the hell you're doing. If I don't need you using 75% of my CPU, thank you. Can you ask a personal question? Yes. That was a very personal question already. No more personal questions, thank you. How did I learn game design and what did you learn first that led you to this path? How did I learn game design? By playing games. That's it. I majored in film. I play games. I like games. I understand what games I have fun with and what games and things that I don't have fun with. That's it. Honestly, like, if you understand why you have fun in a game and you can pinpoint why you enjoy a game versus why you don't enjoy a game, that's the majority of it. Because in the end, if you want to make a fun game, you need to know what is a fun experience. And if you understand that, then you make it. I think that's all it is. I mean, not all, simplifying here, but yes, right? Because in the end of the day, that's all that matters. Is the game fun? Nothing else matters. Absolutely nothing else matters. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter how long you take to do it. Everything else is irrelevant. ChatGPT gives you the wildest out there option possible to get the work done, and then it makes you think. There has to be an easier way, and then there is. You learn by error. Well, learning by error is correct, I guess. You're unreally sure 80% or more? Oh, jeez. Can't learn game design from a book, in your opinion? You can learn how that person looks at game design, but I think game design is not a objective thing. Because I mean, some things are, but games are so different and can be so different, right, that you can't be like, well, you want to do things a certain way. So you could definitely learn how to do game design like from a book if you do like how to do game design for a first-person shooter, right? But then you have that type of first-person shooter and stop it, jerk. How does that correlate to knowing how to put it together and what things work together when you're making something? Who said that I know anything on what works together? What gave you that idea? I don't know what works together. I try and fail constantly. I try things. I see how they are. Gaguts has been here long enough that he can tell you how many times I change things up. I do something. I try it out. Week later, I'm like, you know what? I don't really like it. I don't really feel it. Let's change this whole thing. Until I find out it's fun. For now, right now, this is all prototyping for me. I don't have like this set idea on this game. I have the general concept. I know what I want in the general sense. But how it's going to be done, I haven't figured it out. It's all prototyping right now. There's no like, I gotta get this out, in a month type thing. Or anything like that, so yeah. Yeah, there we go. Unstackable vulnerable, unstackable frail, enfeebled. What I would like to do is honestly like put a divider in between all of these. I'll probably figure out a way of adding that later. But now we have it. Now we have enfeebled here. Excellent. Excellent. Using a 20-year-old PC and it looks pretty good. A 20-year-old PC. I'm sorry, I don't believe that for a second. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I don't believe a 20-year-old PC. What GPU and CPU was available 20 years ago? Or I guess in 2005. Pentium 4. Yeah, you're not running a Pentium 4. Nope. I do not believe that for even a millisecond. Running i3 does not mean old. i3 is just i3. Game feel is also a huge thing, like knowing if something feels right is huge. Yeah, but it also depends on what kind of game you want it to be, right? Like, let's say you're making a horror game. Okay? What's the, if I can. Okay. Let's say you're making a horror game. What is like some things you want in your game that you would know is right? Like for all horror games, you probably want to have spooky ambience and, you know, make it like scary and dark. Well, let me show you a game. It's a horror game. If you've never seen it, you'd be surprised it's a horror game. Let's see. What's a good video here? Sure. This is a horror game. All right, this is a horror game. These are this is a horror game. Okay, just keep that in mind. This is a horror game. Yeah, there's like scarier stuff here. But this is a horror game. If you ask like how like does this fall under anything that it has some jump scares. That's it. Like I mean that's not it, right? This game has a lot more. I'm very much simplifying. But point is, like, when you look at this game, you don't think, yeah, this is a horror game, and this has followed the same, you know, game design as other horror games. No, this person knew, like, I want to like scare the player, but I don't need to make it moody. I don't need to make it like all this stuff. I can just be like, there you go. Here's a pretty colorful environment at the beginning. (2013 to 24), so about 12. Yeah, that's a different story. But you probably updated your GPU since then, I'm gonna guess. That's a great game, by the way. Only thing you can't seem to do is turn on megalights. Yeah, megalights are expensive. Megalights are still expensive, like in terms of 1080. Is it 1080 12 years old? Hold on a second. When did NVIDIA 1080 come out? 2016. So you're off by years, okay? We're getting closer to more realistic years. So now it's no longer 12 years. Now it's more like 9. And because it just turned 25, it's probably more like 8 years. You see how all of a sudden you went from like 20 to 12 to 8 now? That game's a good example of subverting expectations. Yeah, it really is. 1080 is a good card, but it is 8 years old now. Oh, I don't. Okay, so I need to. Modify max health. Can I add this set, then I set it. Now hold on. How? I have this annoyingly complex thing for health, you know. Still an 80s card, yeah. An 80s card is good. You don't know what your graphics card does? You have 2 saved from a dumpster of a charity place? Wait. They show you the graphics. That's what they do. You're super new to Unreal, so I guess you're trying to understand what actually works together and how to put things in a way of thinking for yourself to be able to think of a solution. I have a short on that. I have a YouTube short for that, actually. Let me find it. Shorts. By the way, did you guys know that there's a scroll bar in the bottom for shorts? Fun fact, if you didn't know. If you don't know how it's supposed to work, then you have no way of knowing how you're supposed to make it. In your case, you want to spawn a room, and then when you get to like this point, you want to spawn another. When you get to this point, you want to spawn another. If you don't know how to do this, whether in PCG or Blueprints, figure out what is it that you need to do. Well, first thing is, how do you spawn a room? What do you need next? Well, for the door, when I activate the door, then I want to load like the next room next to it. But now, what if you go back? You need to know what rooms were there. So you probably need to save room array in your game mode, but you basically start breaking it down one thing at a time. What are you trying to do? How are you going to achieve this? It could be washing dishes. You know, when you go to wash dishes that you're going to turn on the faucet, use the water, get a sponge, put some soap on it, and you're going to scrub, right? You know all the steps. You need to know the steps you need to take. You don't need to necessarily know how to do each step. You can look up how to do each step, but you need to know the steps. Break it down as much as you can.
Hey Thor.
That guy's smart. You should listen to them. Let's break things down. Think they mean level design? Well, you can't do level design without knowing what the level is supposed to be, what's supposed to be in it. How's the character supposed to walk around in it? How's the enemies going to walk around in it? There's so many, right? You need to break down all these questions. You can't just say, I need to make a level, and you don't know if you have a tank, if you have a little drone and it flies around, whether you have a little mouse, right? Level design is entirely based on every other thing that you need to answer for yourself. And once you're like, you know what? I'm going to have a monkey. And he's going to be swinging around. Well, now all of a sudden, okay, well, now in the level, you're going to need to design, have some rope. Okay, well, so now we're going to be thinking, probably swinging from place to place. Now there's going to be a shelf, probably. That'll be cool. Maybe some platforms that you go up and around. We'll add that, right? But you need to figure out what is everything around you. You need to figure out. You need to break it down.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Making a health bar is like 30 steps. How do you know how to build it? Go on YouTube, look up a tutorial. If you don't know how to do it, just go on YouTube and search it up. For Unreal Engine, everything's on YouTube pretty much. It's great. Graphics cards are a crucial part to keep your computer case warm and cozy. True. Understanding variables seems like the first thing you need to know. Understanding booleans, floats, and ints. Yeah, if you don't know like that kind of like super basic stuff, yeah, then I would look it up. But then you can just quickly Google that and learn that in like, or get a little spreadsheet that tells you all the answers in like 10 minutes and just be doing, and then just reference it if you keep forgetting. Right? It's all just searching. Get some reference material and try to copy it the best way possible. Learn from there. I wouldn't copy it exactly. I would copy it and then work off of that. Never just copy and be done. Copy it and then work off of them. Modify it, add things to it, but never just copy and end. Because then you're just copying it and then you're doing it, but you're not learning why and how to do it for yourself. Because when you do it for yourself, then you'd be like, okay, I actually don't remember this part, or I do remember this part. You actually know. Step 1 is like landscape or floor. No. Then character placement, then buildings. No. You say landscape or floor. What if your game is up in the skies? There's no floor. You're just up in the air, and below are just mountains, and they go into fog. There's no ground. And if you go too low, you die. Now, all of a sudden, no landscape or floor. And the character placement is not important because you don't have to have a character necessarily. Building, same thing, right? So everything you need to figure out, like, what are you doing? What is it for? What are you doing it for? Right? Once you break things down, everything starts making sense. Because you'll have answered enough of your own questions that you can be like, okay, yeah, I got enough information now. But if you try to do, it's like, how do you do a Elden Ring scale environment? Well, if you think of the entire environment as a whole, you're gonna have a hard time. But then if you start breaking down, like, how do you get to this area? What about this area in here, this area in here? And you start breaking down, like, right, because there's a zone. Instead of the zone, there's a city. Instead of the city is a building. Instead of the building is a single character. Okay, cool. You now have gone down to a single character, and now you can be like, okay, that character has things around it that makes sense to that character. So now you're working off that area. Right? You kind of broken it down enough where you'd be like, oh, you're no longer making the entire Elden Ring scale environment. I'm just making this guy's house and kind of his surrounding area. Oh yeah, well, he probably goes shopping here. He does this here. He's maybe a butcher. Maybe there's his little farm nearby. And all of a sudden, like, yeah, you're not worried about the entire environment. You kind of figure out the entire thing, and you go like, okay, I got this. And then it still works going scaling up because you already planned out the full scale. You know that this area is going to be like this size of a area, this place, this area, right? That's not how it works. Hey, Overmortar. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How's the stream? Hope you're doing well. May. Hope you guys are doing well. If I go to modify health, see, I have current health and current health modified. If I set max health then increases with meta health increase amount. So what I need to do is probably then just have a variable here of just a max health modifier. Maybe that's what we do. Apparently setting modifying the max health percentage is a little more complicated because of the stuff we did. Getting close to working on final assets. Nice. Thinking I have her full scale. No wonder he can't get me away with it. What do you mean? Why would you need to get married? Just add a... Do that. Just do that in game. Just do that in the game. Add yourself someone to get married to and just do that. Yeah. Also, welcome in, GX. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So if I check here, yeah, I'm using current health modified and max health modified. So what I probably need is a variable for health that's max health modifier, probably. Make a helper variable to hold current max health. I have current max health. I have current max health that I'm then just outputting. So, but I want to be able to modify it. So yeah, I'll probably just need a variable to just multiply the entire thing by it. So let's add a new variable. Let's go into max health modifier. I hate. This is still a pet peeve. Why is it why is the M key multiply in materials but multigate in blueprints? Give me multiply at M. Just like in materials, damn it. I understand multigate is not a thing in materials, which is why it's, but doesn't matter. Okay, max health modifier will be 1 by default. And then if I want to modify max health, am I actually using this anywhere? Modify max health. I think I am. I'm using it when I do health ups. That's when I'm using it. So we'll add a new function. Sat max health modifier. Wow, Guts, you're out of here before the end of the stream for once. Please get some sleep. Have a good night. Okay, let's just do just this. Well, hopefully they work. Hopefully you start getting some sleep. Have a good one, Orb Mortar. Have a good one. Okay. So this is fine, but after this we want to update the HUD health. This no, before this, we need to update the max health modified. So if I did this, modify it by 0, but the main wait, no, not this one. Wait. Why is modify max health takes max health plus max health? Yeah, and then this does. Okay, I think that should be fine. It's a little daisy chain here. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So here we need to set max health modifier. 0.7. So let's see if this works. So if we're here, and I get Frail. Frail's the one that should lower our health. I have 110 out of 77. So, hold on a second. Oh, I have 110 right now. Okay, that's fine. So that worked. But right, I need to before I did this, I need to set current health or modify current health. Modify it by 0. The only reason this is going to do it is it's going to automatically clamp it. Although I guess I don't need to. Yeah, this is pointless. I don't need to do all that math. So let's get the current health modified. Clamp float. Clamp between 0 and max health modified. And then update it. Let's see. Does it work? Okay, we check here. Frail. 77 out of 77. Yeah. Okay. So it works. So now we have 3 curses. So we have now here. We have the vulnerable curse, the frail curse, and the enfeebled curse. Vulnerable takes you take 50% more damage. Frail is you deal 30% less damage, and enfeebled is here, tells me. Vulnerable. I didn't set it up. Did I not set it vulnerable? Why does this one not have it? 30% less health, 30% less damage dealt. Why does vulnerable not work? Let's check that. This is all fine, right? This is all fine. Yeah, this is all fine. Oh, I don't have vulnerable here. I still have shatter defenses, which is not correct. Vulnerable. So now if we come here, bam, there we go. Yay! We can see all of the things. So now it says unstackable enfeebled, and we know what it does. Okay. So I want to add a little break thing. So in between all of them, the descriptions. To do that here. So I want to I need to change this from a string to a text field first of all. It's gonna be a kind of a mess, but okay, it's fine. I can clean it up in a moment. This gets converted. Only reason I'm doing it this way is because the information back in here is because now these are going to be localized. So I don't forget. Okay. Oh yeah, these need to have spaces at the end. This is correct. Okay, so what I want to do though is keywords bottom text is not a local variable. So here I can get keyword bottom text. Check if is empty. If it is empty, then we continue on as normal. If it is not empty, then we do another append. This goes afterwards. But before it will be a vertical space. So theoretically, this should now help break things up. Not quite. That didn't put it where I wanted it to. Why did it not put it where I wanted it to? It should be empty when it starts. So then it should say, hey, if it is empty, make it not empty. But if it's not empty... Oh, I see. Yeah. This is wrong. So what I need to do is, before this append, I need to do this. Oops. So the append text here. This is what. This goes like this. Back. Paste this back in here. Bottom text. Getting myself confused here, but it's fine. Clean it up, and hopefully it'll be correct. We'll find out in a second. There we go. It's in between the two. Okay. So now we can do, instead of this, unstackable. So now, ta-da! We have a divider. That's a lot better. That makes it read a whole lot better, right? I think that's an improvement. So now we know it's unstackable and enfeebled. Yeah, dividers. Vulnerable, frail, yep. And then we can right click and get all the information on them. And as long as we have enough stuff, we can pick one up. And it will activate. Yeah. Okay, cool. Breathtaking, way better than decals. You know what? Maybe I should throw some decals in there. Just just for the shits and giggles. You know what? Maybe we'll throw some decals inside of the UI. What? No. We're not doing that. But we now have successfully done less health. Tomorrow we'll probably take on the stamina drain stuff, your projectiles, or elites. I don't know if I want to do the reduced AoE range. There's not enough stuff for reduced AoE range to really have an effect, so I might just do these 3. So we'll have at least 6, which is good. And then we'll go from there. So do at your own peril. I know. Look, you might have had a bad time now with decals, but tomorrow you're gonna have a great time with them. They're just gonna work. I believe. Okay? I believe that you're gonna have a good time and everything's gonna be great. You know what? I agree. Good. I'm glad. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. For tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoy yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific as always, and we'll continue some more game dev. Good stuff. I'm gonna go finish up my Duolingo for the day and get some rest. I hope you guys get some rest as well. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.